This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto's Digital Sports Center, presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, and we are here. It is Super Bowl Sunday. It has been cooking outside. Luke Willson, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, I'm excited. Again, it's finally here.
It's finally here, and you, much like your compadre, David Sanchez, have been feeling a little Eagles all week. Is this still the vibe for you?
It is. It started for me, KC. Thought it was a no-brainer. But the more I've been here, kind of getting a feel, it's something a little eerie about New Orleans maybe.
Yeah.
I think the X and O's of Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo, which are phenomenal, will eventually come to an end today because of the Johnnies and Joes. And those Johnnies and Joes are the offensive line of Philadelphia and Saquon Barkley, who I would argue is the best player in the NFL right now.
Okay, so you say the Eagles have the best team on the field, but if the Chiefs win, is it just as simple as Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid just have the winning formula?
To a degree, yes, but I think that they're presented with a much different challenge. You know, I look at 2 years ago when Kansas City beat Baltimore, and Baltimore infamously barely ran the ball that game. This was in the playoffs. This year, I don't think Kansas City has seen a team with a run game like this. And it's one thing when you're going up against an elite passing quarterback like they have, and you could, mix in coverages, fronts, blitzes, etc. You don't really need, you can mix in whatever, but when you're playing a team like Philadelphia who's just going to come straight out and run the ball right at you and play smash mouth ball, that winning formula, again, you're going to need somebody to really kind of bow up and beat this offensive lineup. And outside of Chris Jones, I don't know if they have that guy.
I know we've been going heavy on Eagles, and I love it. It's spicy. But let's just say the Chiefs end up winning this thing. Where does this put Mahomes in the GOAT debate? This is a lot of rings for him.
Yeah, I mean, to get 3 in a row is unheard of, and something that obviously it's never been done before. And then to have 4 in 6 years, have that amount of success in that small period of time, I think that in itself qualifies him to be compared to Tom. For me personally, it might take one more. If he can get a 5th, it's still not 7, but again, the amount of success he's been able to have in this short period, this run is obviously generational. I will say, I do like whether KC wins or does not win. I think they're going to be very strong for the next couple years. Now, what's going to happen next year when they get Rashee Rice back? Xavier Worthy's going to develop a little more. Like, they've got a lot of reasons to be right back here next year again.
Thank you so much for this. Okay, as we told you all show, it's Super Bowl Sunday, so we got to hit you with some FanDuel Fast Facts. You know the deal. It's with 40 seconds on the clock and see how many of these I can get through. The Chiefs are the first team ever to return to the Super Bowl as 2-time reigning champions. They can become the first team ever to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls and are minus 116 on the money line today. 33 of 59 Super Bowl MVPs have been awarded to quarterbacks, with 7 going to running backs. Patrick Mahomes is plus 120 to win MVP, with Saquon Barkley at plus 250. The team that scores first is 37-21 all-time in the Super Bowl. However, in the last 5 Super Bowls, the team to score first is 1-4. Dang! Did I beat it? I think I beat it for the first time ever. Does that mean the team that I want to win is going to win? Okay, it's game day, so let's talk about the historical significance of the Super Bowl rematch. But first, we have to break a little news, as Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore is expected to become named Saints head coach following the Super Bowl, barring any unexpected developments. Now that the news is out of the way, let's get into the history of some Super Bowl rematches. Now, this is a familiar matchup with the Eagles and Chiefs, as it's their second Super Bowl in the last 3 seasons, with Kansas City coming away with a victory last time 38-35. So with tonight's game being a rematch, it's got us thinking about other rematches in Super Bowl history, which are actually more common than you may think. There have been a total of 8 Super Bowl matchups we've seen multiple times, with the most recent one coming last year with the Chiefs and Niners, with Kansas City winning both of those. And that's actually the most common result, as 5 of the 8 Super Bowl rematches have ended with the same team winning twice. The Steelers also belong to this group, as they beat the Dallas Cowboys twice in the 70s, but then fell in the 3rd matchup, but it was a few decades later, so yeah, completely different players. And this remains the only Super Bowl matchup we've seen 3 times. That leaves 2 rematches, as the only instances where both teams each won a game. Most recently happening in 2018, when Nick Foles of the Eagles upset Tom Brady and the Pats. A game we famously remember for the Philly special. And also when Washington got the best of Miami in their 2nd Super Bowl matchup. The Eagles will be trying to repeat their 2018 results this year and become the only team to win 2 rematches. History might not be on their side, but they've already beaten the odds once, so why can't they do it again? But they'll have to stop the 2-time defending champs to do it, and that is no easy task. Regardless of the outcome, though, this is shaping up to be another incredible Super Bowl rematch that you are not going to want to miss. And TSN and CTV have you covered today at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, with pregame getting going nice and early at 2. Okay, we've been talking to a ton of athletes, celebrities, and influencers all week asking the same question. Give us a prediction for the game. Now, a lot of it was split, so let's take a look at who everyone's going with. Who do you got this weekend?
Chiefs.
Chiefs easy?
Yeah, I got Chiefs moving it. The Chiefs, just based off of an unbelievable defense paired with Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, that's tough to bet against.
I'm gonna say Eagles. Saquon, he's hot. If the Eagles can get off to a good start and score points and they can get ahead, Eagles all day.
Eagles.
Easy?
Flag was fired. Yeah.
If they keep the game close, Chiefs gonna win.
Who you got this weekend?
Hope for a great game. Everybody come out healthy, and
Okay.
it's a great game to watch.
Hope it ends in a tie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And everybody's happy?
No, everybody's sad. We move on to the next season.
Eagles.
Eagles easy? Why?
Yeah, because I can't take the Chiefs.
Broncos and Chargers are on the up, and we're going to hopefully bring Chiefs down to like right below us or something.
I was actually surprised to see how many people chose the Eagles, and it kind of gives me the tinglies, like maybe I should cheer for the Eagles too. And I will. One of my favorite parts about the Super Bowl are the novelty props. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Swift ones, but I'm staying away. But I'm no gambling expert. That's my producer, Christopher Hine. So, you know what, Hine? Why don't you take it away with your buddy Paige?
We're looking at novelty props. So let's start. Is there anything here that jumps out at you?
Okay. Ooh, I love a good national anthem length. That's always a good one. And then the Gatorade color is also one of my favorites.
So fun fact with the Gatorade color, been purple the last 2 years. So plus 220, decent chance to repeat, but I think that's more Chiefs based. So if you like the Chiefs, maybe go with purple.
I'm going to go yellow.
Okay, now this is maybe my favorite prop of all. The length of the note Brave in the national anthem. Over or under 3.5 seconds? First of all, what a wild prop.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah.
Over.
I think you got it, because if you're the singer of the anthem, isn't that
You
your
got to
chance?
ride it out.
Exactly. Like, that's your
I'm
moment.
going over.
Yeah, and then if you're gonna do that, you might as well then also jump on the over the anthem as well and kind of
Hit the over.
Don't
Just
hedge.
Hammer the over on that one.
I think that's just a way to approach all betting. Just hammer the over.
Hammer the over.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paige.
Thank you.
I had the pleasure of meeting Paige earlier as well. What an absolute treat. You can watch our segment on TSN Reels. And just a reminder, you can watch the Super Bowl tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. That's it for me today. We will see you back Tuesday at our home base. See you then.